prepare. We had some good games previously, and for us it was very important to try to get some momentum and try to get some few wins in a row. We definitely need that understanding, and I thought tonight from the get-go, we played pretty solid. We were aggressive, and we played a smart little game.
Yeah, in the second period, you talk about playing smart. The Jackets started to take control, but the Penguins were looking to goad this hockey club into penalties. The Jackets were biting. My question for you is, obviously that's good for the team, but how difficult is that to do when somebody's out there trying to get you to go, trying to get you to play that physical way?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game, you know. Sometimes you try a different strategy. Obviously, you got different guys who are pretty good at that usually, and you know, it's probably tougher for a couple of our guys to hold themselves, especially when the score is on your way. You don't want to create something that can give the opponent some momentum or some energy. So I thought we managed that real well.
Third period, you pick up a big goal. It salts this game away. Take us through it.
It was a good forecheck. They kind of lost the puck, and we were aggressive on the forecheck. We got the puck back. Zilis made a pass to me. I gave it back, and we go back and forth. And I tried to slide it through his leg. Actually, it didn't work the first time, and I got the rebound in the second game.
Steve Mason playing some consistent hockey. Yeah. Been a big reason why this team has played so well. Again, you look at things like the penalty kill, why the kill's been so good. He's been there. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to this hockey team when you look back there and see him back in the form that he was a couple of seasons ago?
Well, that's the difference. I mean, if you look at it, Mace is a huge part of our team. And like you said, he's been pretty good lately, and obviously when you have a goalie making big stops like that, it gives you confidence, and you know you're going to be in control, and we know what he's capable of, and he's been real solid, so it's a great sign for us.
Big win, Antoine. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Did it have the feel there in the third period that you were going more to the prevent defense? You know, because you think that was on your goal, it was the first shot of the period, and it was 12 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, we played pretty, make sure we're not going to make any mistake with the puck. We try to play it smart. I mean, they got a few chances, obviously, on that power play. That's how they got their goal, and it seems they gain energy out of it. It was good timing to get a goal back. They had the crowd going, and they seems to, get a little more speed and energy out of it. So, no, it came to good timing.
To you as a team to go from having a 1-goal lead to a 2-goal lead?
Well, a 2-goal lead is a lot better. You can relax a little bit more. Of course, you can still come back, but you have a little bit of room to work with.
You have that delayed penalty situation there. It looked like your deal was, I'm just going to crash the net, see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of my job if I'm out there in that situation. I'm just trying to get in front of that, get to the net, in front of the net, and hope for something good to happen.
How big of a win is this due to the fact that you've now won 3 in a row? You're getting on a little bit of a roll here with a tough game coming up against San Jose.
It's huge for us. We're trying to, we're in the race now, and we're trying to climb in the standings and work for a playoff spot, and we need every point we can get right now.
Considering how loud they're
back home. First, take us back to that night. We used the word embarrassing. Why? Because it was, for a lot of fans back home, that's probably one of the tougher nights.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we didn't show up on the ice. We got, from the drop of the puck, they beat us to everything the whole night. There wasn't one thing we did good. And then just with that, they were the more louder crowd, and they're chanting against us at our home building. It was just a lot of things that happened that night that were embarrassing for us, and started with our play on the ice. And I think they were trying to remind us tonight on the jumbotron.
For a Pittsburgh kid, I mean, did that kind of stick with you that this was a game you really hoped to?
Yeah, I was frustrated after that. I mean, that was embarrassing. Especially for our team, for myself, people watching it back home, and see our team represented that way. And tonight, it was in the back of our minds, but more than anything, the 2 points were first in our minds. That's what we cared about more tonight. If it was a 3-2 game or 8-0, it didn't matter. We just wanted 2 points.
Pretty complete performance. Seemed all around. You got scoring from 3 or 4 lines. It seemed like everyone contributed.
Yeah, it was a good team win, and that's kind of our MO. We got to have a good team game to win every night, and all 20 guys played well. Mace played great again. It was a big win for us. That's a big road game, 2 in a row for us on the road, and we got carried in tomorrow night.
RJ, had the feel of you're chipping away at that deficit, getting back above that bar?
Well, we're taking one at a time here. We've broken the season down some segments here, and we're trying to win one game at a time. And for us, that was a big win and big 2 points.
Did you get a look at? Have you gotten a look at the Cook's hit on Tootin? And
I saw the replay.
Any thoughts on it?
That was blatant from behind. I mean, that's something that you had plenty of time to slow down.
RJ, you get limited chances of playing in front of family and friends here. How satisfying is it for you personally to have a good performance?
It's always fun. I enjoy it. The emotions are always high here, and I cared about the win, and that's what I got. So that I was happy no matter what tonight.
Thanks, guys. That's it.
Thank you.
Parade, but will you take it?
Yeah, obviously in this building, obviously against a real good hockey club. I thought our first period was real good. We came out and did a lot of good things, and we talked about getting off to a good start, and we did just that.
How key was it to get that second goal? Because you had some chances to make it 2-0. Either Fleury made stops, you couldn't quite get the shots off. How big was it to get Paulson's goal?
You knew they were going to get going sooner or later, and anytime you get that second one, it takes a lot of heat off of the whole team. I like the fact that after we got the second one, we kept going and got the third one. So it was a real solid game, and again, it was we played it wasn't the prettiest of games, but it was a good, solid road game.
Two-parter. What's your thoughts on the hit from behind and second part of the response from Broussard?
Well, I'll answer that one first. Anytime, it's one thing we've done a good job of this year is sticking together, and whether it's, obviously Bull or Dorsett, we know what those guys do, but to see Brass jump in there, that's a good thing, and, it just shows his teammates that he cares, and the hit itself, he left his feet, jumped up at Toots there, and it was the right call. It was the right call. It should have been a 5, and, they saw that.
It seemed like Pittsburgh was sort of getting back in the game in the third period. How big was Vermette's goal?
Yeah, well, that they got that one, and made it 3-1, and then the crowd got into it, and they started to get some momentum, and anytime you can get another one on them, it certainly it certainly quieted everything back down again. But there were spurts there. They came on. They were in the second for about 5 or 6 minutes, and we kind of got our game going again. And then the third, they got started winded up a little bit, and like you said, we answered with a Vermette goal. So on the road, just gotta just keep plugging. I thought we did a real good job of playing a real solid road game.
I know that.
I thought discipline and composure were huge, particularly in that second period. Was that something that came from the coaching staff or self-induced throughout their league?
It's something we've always talked about. That in a game like that, these guys are a physical team, and we were talking about playing between whistle to whistle, making sure we stay out of the crap, and we still were banging them, and we were still playing physical and doing the things we needed to do, and really it's just recognizing that they're trying to get their crowd into it. They're trying to fire their team up, and we did a good job of being disciplined.